Okay, so we are looking at how to add sources and notes to your document. So here I have a sample chapter from a book or part of one, and um, I need to let people know where I got some information. So what I did was I quoted this gentleman here, and he's talking about a report, and I have a direct quote from him. It is in quote marks because it is a direct report. Now, I can quote him here, and that's great, but I want to talk about this report on Truth and Media, but I'm going to cite my source. I'm going to let you know where I found this so you can actually look at this. People reading this book later, they can see exactly where I got this quote and they can go look at it more in depth. And that's what you're going to do. So, in order to put this in, now, what I see is authors put things in and then you might have taken a note somewhere, or you might have saved it in Evernote or wherever you did it, but you didn't attach it to your document. And that's a problem. So you need to attach this to your document. Here's how you do that. Insert. And it might look a little bit differently if you're on a PC. I'm on a Mac. But you put the cursor where you want the reference to be attached, and this is going to attach so that if you move this quote somewhere else, the reference will move with it. So this is why you want to do it this way. Insert, footnote, and I like to then make it endnotes. It just kind of gives it a cleaner look for my pages. And we want to use the 1, 2, 3 format. Numbering continuous, start at 1, whole document. Insert. Now you'll see it put a little 1 here. Okay, we're not done. Now we're going to leave the Word document. We're going to go to our source, which I happen to have right here, which is, this is where I got that information. So how do I refer to this web page? Well, I have a little plugin called Zotero, Zotero, and it's a plugin in my web browser, and its icon is right here, and I'm going to tell it to save this to Zotero. And I'm putting it here in the project that I'm working on. And I have the Zotero app open over here, and you can see it has put the book in. Now I'm going to use this format. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say create bibliography from item. I want the Chicago Manual of Style, 17th edition. If you're using something else, great, that's fine. But this is what most books are going to use. And we're going to, it'll usually default to bibliography. We actually want to create a note and we want to copy that to the clipboard. Okay, full note. It has a regular note and a full note. You want the full note, notes, copy to clipboard. Okay, now it's in your clipboard. Now I'm going to go back to my Word document and I'm going to have the cursor here and I'm going to go to edit, paste, and match formatting so that your Word document will automatically format this correctly. There it is. Okay. Now to go back exactly where I was, I'm going to double click on that number. It's going to bring me right back up here, put the cursor where I was at. All right. So that's how you'll do that. And then you'll see if I want to, let's say I want to put another citation here. There's no space between that and the period. I'll do another one. I don't really have one here, but I'm going to put one in here just so you can see what is happening. I'm going to say insert. I see it put a 2 right here. It's listing them in order. Okay, I'm going to go get another random. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to go back to Zotero. I give it time to take the snapshot. It will literally save an image of this page, and you can go back to it later. All right. Here's that article, and I will create. See, it remembers what I had it set for, so that's on my clipboard now. Edit, paste and match formatting, and there it is, and it's properly formatted. Okay. Now, if you have more, say I have more than one thing that I want, more than one reference for that actual sentence, instead of putting two numbers, what you're going to do is you're going to change this end period to a semicolon, give it a space, and then you will capture your next source. And you're just going to copy paste it right there in the same. So both of these are going to be under 2, okay? If they're both referring like to this sentence, okay? What happens then is when you format your book, most of the formatting software will keep these references in place, and it will move these to a notes section at the end of your book. And it really makes this nice section that your readers can go to. Alternatively, you can tell it to use footnotes and put them in the bottom, on the bottom of each page. That's fine. You can do that. I personally like to have them. I think if it's a more scientific or academic work, then you should put the footnotes on the same page. But in most nonfiction books that you're going to find, people are casually reading, you want them to go at the end, kind of in a notes section. That way they're there for the people that want to go deeper and want to look up where you found things and maybe read the whole report or read the whole article or go find the book you talked about. Those are great resources for your readers, and they will appreciate you having it. And it will also, you're also giving proper credit to the people. Now that's for, I just showed you how to do online sources. If you need to reference a book, let's say I need to reference a book, and I'll just put in a book that I'm reading right now. Reading Talking to Strangers, and I'll put here. And you just go up here to Zotero, let it snap that. Here it is. Your bibliography. All right. Let's say that, let's say notice this. I'm going to put this before the first one, and I'm going to insert footnote. I don't have to change anything there. It takes me down. Oh, look, it put it in the right position, and it renumbered everything for me. Do you know how much time that saves? It's amazing. Please use this, and don't make your editor or your formatter have to go do this manually for you. So now with a book, you see there's no link or anything, but if you've quoted something specific, or you say there's a story here that I want to look at, and I have a page number, or maybe it spans 2 pages, then that's how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to add that to the end, and that's how you cite your sources in your Word document without making your editor crazy.